The Panthers have a gift this weekend. A gift. You may say, like, how in the world is playing the Kansas City Chiefs considered a gift? Fair question. Fair question, you anonymous question asker, you.
It's like an early Christmas gift.
It is. It is. Early holiday. Here's the gift. No one expects anything from you this weekend. If the Panthers, who, just to, give you their log line, if the Panthers, who were the worst team in the league last season and are playing a quarterback that has already been benched once this season and were sellers at the deadline, including two of their season-opening starting wide receivers, if those Panthers get smoked by the Chiefs, it's not news. It's not. It gets brushed over quickly. People, check the app and go, oh, look at that. Chiefs won, and they move the heck on. But if the Panthers win or keep it close, it is news. It is. If the Panthers are in it in the fourth quarter, everyone will be paying attention. There's only one way the Panthers make news this weekend. Playing really, really well. Because them playing significantly worse than the Chiefs, that's nothing special. That's, 3 feet deep water at the beach. So, yeah, all right. When you talk about when you walk into the ocean, you're 3 feet deep in water. That's not news. 3 feet deep water in Iowa. All right, we got something we need to pay attention to. That's what we're looking at here. Dave Canales, the coach, spoke to the media today, and he asked if he sees a difference in vibe in his team coming off of a few wins.
That helped for sure. Winning 2 games, in a row really has helped. But I would say that what I saw was a group that was growing more confident in the things that we're asking them to do heading into those games. I could feel it in practice. And even a couple of games before that, I could start to feel the level of comfort, the speed of play, the communication, all those things. Watching those things come alive over the last month, really, and then leading to success is where it really helps to kind of cement it. It's like, guys, the process that you're on, the growth that we're taking in all phases is really critical to get that confidence. And then the wins, it does help, to really just pile on top of that. So see, guys, when we do things together and we play and we finish games well, this is what can happen.
That's what can happen. You know what he's getting? You know what Dave Canales is getting? He's getting a little bit of reinforcement. A little bit of what every coach wants, which is credibility. I don't agree with a ton of things that Dave Canales has decided to do. I don't love the way he handles the quarterback position. I don't love some of the play calls. I don't love a lot, but there's not a coach that I agree or disagree with that doesn't benefit from a winning streak. And what I mean by that is, see, guys, if you do what I ask, it works. Results. Every time we do a read here on this show for a business, what are we trying to do? We're trying to show that they have a track record of success. We talk about Google 5-star reviews. We talk about customer satisfaction rating. We talk about how many people have been helped by these companies because we want you to understand they have credibility. Well, consider a 2-game winning streak like 20,000 Google 5-star reviews. So now, when Dave Canales asks his team, hey, I need you to trust me on this unusual play call, they're more likely to do so because the unusual play call last time worked. Or at least it didn't hurt him bad enough to not win the game. So I ask you this, Panthers. I ask you this, Dave Canales. Ask you this, Evero, the defensive coordinator. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? This is like a motivational speech tactic thing, right? What job would you choose if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? What plays would you call if you knew you couldn't fail? Or, more importantly, if you did fail, no one would hold it against you. I look at it like this. I was trying to think of the perfect analogy here. This is the best I could come up with. I played high school basketball. Decent high school basketball player, nothing to write home about. If I played one-on-one basketball against an NBA player, I would not try to beat him to the bucket and get like my little tap backboard layup off. You know what I mean? They're gonna catch that off the backboard and make me look real foolish. So guess what I get to do? Actually, you know what, Dennis? Pick a random NBA player. I just want a name on it. Literally, not like LeBron, not somebody really good, like a regular NBA player.
Sharif Abdul-Rahim.
Perfect. I'm playing Sharif Abdul-Rahim, and by the way, put him like maybe not the peak of his powers, but like 2 years after his peak. I'm playing him one-on-one. I'm not just going to try to beat him off the dribble. I'm not that good. I'm not going to try to cross him up. I don't have that skill. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try fadeaway three because I'm confident he won't block a ridiculous fadeaway three from 2 feet beyond the arc. And if I get lucky and catch a hot streak and bank in a couple fadeaway threes, then I get an awesome story to tell that I beat or that I almost beat an NBA player. So what is the Panthers' equivalent of that? Because let's call the Chiefs an NBA player in this scenario, right? They're a 2-time defending Super Bowl champion. What's the Panthers' equivalent of trying to knock down some fadeaway threes? Well, okay, let's think about it from my perspective. I'm not a proven great fadeaway three-point shooter, but I'm trying because that's a way that I can make the game even. Xavier Legette isn't a proven downfield threat, at least not yet. He's been good on some intermediate stuff. He's been good in the red zone. Hasn't really caught the over-the-top ball yet. Sounds like a good game to try. Chuba Hubbard isn't a proven route runner while lining up out wide, like it's talking about number one, the furthest outside wide receiver. Hasn't been given the opportunity much. Hasn't been proven. Well, guess what I'm doing? Unscouted looks, baby. I'm putting Jonathon Brooks and Chuba Hubbard in the huddle, and when they break the huddle, Jonathon Brooks is going to be in the slot. Chuba Hubbard's going to be on the other side running wide receiver routes. Trevin Wallace on defense. He's not a proven blitzer off the edge. No sacks yet in his career, but we know he's fast. So why not give him a chance? You have to try. It gives you the freedom to try things when no one is expecting anything from you. It gives you the freedom to try things. Because guess what? If I were playing someone my own level, like another former high school basketball player 15 years after high school, we were a similar level, I'm not shooting fadeaway threes because I don't have to. Right? Then I'm going to try to beat you with a more natural plan. That's the Panthers next week against Tampa. That's where you can say, you know what, I think we can bully him a little bit, or I think if we're a little bit more conservative, we can take this opportunity. Against the Chiefs, like imagine me against Lamar Odom or something in his prime, and I'm like, give me the ball in the post. He's 6'10" and way more athletic than me. That's kind of foolish. I'm not going to try to be a better winner than the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not saying like, hey, let's just keep it close, and then if we give the ball to Bryce Young and Patrick Mahomes at the end, I expect Bryce Young to come out on the winning side of that. That's not smart thinking. Now, if you want to say like, hey, we can put the ball in Bryce's hands in a close game against Baker Mayfield, even though he's playing really well this year, it's still Baker Mayfield, you might have a fighting chance. The gift this weekend for the Panthers is the Chiefs have everything to lose. Everything to lose. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen if the Panthers beat the Chiefs this weekend? That would put the Chiefs on a 2-game losing streak. The sky would be falling. Kansas City would be metaphorically rioting in the streets. Can you imagine Stephen A. Smith talking about how Patrick Mahomes has lost it completely and now they're not sure if he's ever going to be an elite quarterback again? The hot takes would be in infernos. That's what the Chiefs are playing for. What happens if the Panthers lose? Nothing. Quiet. Stephen A. Smith might not even know who the best player on the Panthers is. There was one time a couple years ago, maybe a handful of years ago now, where I wish I remembered the players. Stephen A. was talking about a game, and he brought up a key matchup as a linebacker guarding a tight end. The tight end was hurt, and the linebacker was traded the year before. That neither of them were active like any time recently. And he was like, the key matchup. It's like
it's like Hunter Henry, a tight end, I think.
And he was hurt. That's exactly what it was. And it was some linebacker that was playing for a different team, not on the defense, against Hunter Henry. And that's how it would be if the Panthers lose. Right? But I'm pretty sure Travis Kelce had a good day. Travis Kelce might not have played, but everyone would just kind of breeze over it and move on. It's the gift for the Panthers this week. It's the gift. And Dave Canales. And Dave Canales.